That's bad. We should say things about the NBA's stance on China and get banned.
I'm cool with it.
Get your side of the table. Don't sit by me no more.
Fuck Blizzard.
Yeah, me too.
Really, they fucking banned.
Alright, anyways, I guess we can get into it. Enough about the XFL. But yeah, so last time y'all made your way to the bridge to go through with the plan for the Under-Earthers. Take out the guards while they blow up the bridge. And we made your way down there. You scoped out the place, saw all the guards. Decided to come up with a plan. Y'all took your wagon across the bridge. Azur and Draven went invisible before this, correct? And y'all jumped off the wagon and then went to position yourself into advantageous positions. When the fight broke out, you dropped a fireball?
No. Slow.
What'd you do? Slow. That was it. Dropped slow, slowing several of them. You started doing your electric blast, eventually doing a major hypnotic pattern to incapacitate several after Nate was surrounded. What's your I made him and I forgot his name. Roussel. Roussel got surrounded and you were getting charged as well when someone with a mysterious weapon of sorts started taking out your assailants. The loud wand?
Boomstick.
A boom. Probably take you maybe 3.5 days to get across.
Whereas by horse it would be more like
A long time because y'all destroyed the bridge. You have to go all the way around.
can't do
Or
that.
bird,
No.
you could get there
Or
within
we
a
could
day.
take the griffin and go.
The griffin and the bird.
One at a time, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Well,
The Griffin
separated.
one at a time would
Take a while.
take a while. Yeah.
Well, I mean, just across the river.
That would be
Oh,
Oh,
just
yeah.
across the riverbed.
well, I mean, I could
Just
fly.
across the river.
I mean, I could
Just
catch
across
fly
the
and
river.
3 of us and do that.
Yeah, the Griffin could take you across one at a time.
But
Then your
not
horses,
the wagon.
not the wagon.
But we're still staying here with the wagon. We
Yeah.
gave them gold to.
Fix it up.
We
Make
gave
it
them
look
gold to
cool.
fix it
Oh,
up,
yeah.
paint it
We're gonna-
black, and
Mm-hmm.
put a new compartment underneath it.
Yeah, hidden compartments.
Yep.
We'll just
Uh,
walk to the lake
Could the
and see if we can't
griffin
find some.
pick up a horse and move it over?
It'd be strong enough.
So we could do that.
I think let's just go to the lake and see if we can.
Because if y'all
Hire
could get
some-
across and ride, it wouldn't take but well, maybe a day and a half, 2 days.
So griffin horses.
Yeah, it's actually gonna be
That's
quicker.
like our time and a half.
Down with that.
I'll make the decision.
Makes sense. I mean, the least amount of time, right?
Yes. Cool.
Just to get across the river. Or what you're saying?
No, to the woods.
Well, I guess with your time too, you'd have to ride back up to the river, so
Yeah, it'd be like
that
a-
would add some time too. So
It'd be like a day and a half.
taking the boat
across.
would definitely be faster.
Day and a half. It'd be 3 days just to get somebody over there. Or you say a day and a half over the lake with the griffin?
Not over the lake. We're talking about like going around, jumping the river with the
Yeah.
griffin, and then.
Then once you're across that, then riding. But
Yeah.
forgot
That'd
that
be-
the river is like a day and a half or so north of Mara. So,
Yeah, and then we've got to go all the way. It's still.
Mhm. so it'd be faster to sail,
Okay.
or incredibly much faster to use your giant bird.
Yeah.
Just reciting your options, not
Hmm.
trying to influence.
Well, let's just see if we can hire somebody and then we won't have to
Yeah.
use the bird.
Yeah.
Option
Oh,
A
yeah.
and then option B.
Is there a
Sounds
dock
like
port?
Yes, there are
for the lake?
docks on the lake, northeast side of town. So as you make your way over there, you start seeing a lot of rough, like fisherman-looking dudes, and like right behind you is like where the castle is for the Marrow, and then just
nice
a little off. Yeah, it's a nice view when you look back into town, but the lake's very, very large. But there's lots of traffic, lots of fishing boats that go out. So there's plenty of people. It's a bustling dock. People moving left and right, carrying produce in.
Maybe not left so much now.
Oh, that'll be the main now.
Because the bridge is busted into the lake.
You're just talking about people walking around on the docks.
I was talking about the flow.
Just talking about people walking all around you as you approach the docks. It's very busy.
I try to locate one of the boat or a guy that looks like he's getting ready to go out. What time of the day is it?
Roll a perception check. See if you see any
I think
boats.
it's morning, right?
Yeah, it's
Sleep
about
here.
mid-morning.
It's a long rest.
22.
Long rest.
You see several boats.
One that's
It's a
like
stupid roll.
preparing to head out.
Head out. Yeah, looking around. It looks like most of the boats are like coming in from the early morning fishing.
Okay.
But you do see one boat in particular gearing up. It looks like they may be like preparing for a longer trip. So they haven't set out yet, but they're loading supplies, loading their boat up. It's a larger ship too.
Walk up to one of the guys, I guess, like loading equipment or whatever. And, can I talk to the captain of this here vessel?
Well, who's asking?
Me. I am.
Right, but who are you?
My name is Nathaniel, and you are?
I am.
God, yeah, you got yourself into this.
Yeah, you literally probably
I did.
this.
Well, the problem is, I had the page open, but I didn't make it fill any names. My name's James.
It's a strong name.
Well, got my ass kicked a lot growing up for it, but
You don't go by Jim?
Yeah, can we
Jim,
call
though?
you Jim?
Jimmy?
no, it's just James. I wear it as a badge of shame.
Should keep your chin up. It's I think things will turn out well for you.
I sure hope so. Anyways,
Are you the captain?
No, I'm not. A man named James could never be the captain of a ship.
No, not a Captain James Cook or Hook or
No,
James Tiberius or
these names sound made up.
really every captain in literature.
Every captain in literature. Wow.
All the good ones.
Wow. Well, I guess I wish I lived in that fantasy world instead of this miserable existence.
Yeah, reality will do that to you.
Anyways, the captain's up there.
What's his
He, like,
name?
Points up. Well, his name is Chris.
Captain Chris?
Captain Chris.
Columbus? Always the most famous one ever.
Well, what does he look like?
Well, he's tall. He has a big beard.
Ah,
A little bit of gray in it.
huh. There's a lot of guys out here.
Sounds
that look
like an
that.
attractive male.
Yep.
You lead me to him.
Yeah, he's right there. He's pointing up. You see him standing up.
Oh.
On the
Segway.
You can't tell from here. You see the man
I
standing
try to
there.
perceive.
I roll a perception check.
16.
You can't see through the solid piece of boat that's blocking your vision from his leg.
Fair.
But it looks like fine wood.
Rub the wood. Pine wood.
You reach out to touch the ship that's docked, and you realize it's
Far away.
a bit further away than you were initially imagining.
I use my mage hand.
Okay. You use your mage hand, and is it visible or invisible?
Invisible.
Invisible. You rub the boat.
Thank you.
Oh, the wonders of D&D.
I jaunty over to Captain Chris.
Okay.
This is a nice jaunty.
You jaunty over to Captain Chris.
Ahoy, Captain Chris.
Howdy, mate. What brings you to my fine boat?
Well, I'm
It's Canadian.
trying to get across the river here, or across the lake.
Well, that's what boats do. You're in the right place.
Yeah. Wondering if someone could take me up to the Weeping Woods.
The Weeping Wood. Now, what would you want to go do there?
Well, we're on a bit of an expedition. Heard there may be something
An
of interest
expedition for death.
to us. Well, we are thrill seekers.
Well, we're not going that way, but we can take you there for 100 gold. It's a bit out of our way.
Would 50 gold get it done?
Make a persuasion check.
That was terrible.
25.
Well, what's the deal, partner?
All right, I'll
Just you?
No, it'll be me and my crew.
All right.
You got room for all of us
Well, we're going to set out in the morning.
this morning.
Tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay.
We could leave sooner. Or say another 100 gold.
When
50
so-
gold.
with another 25 on top. Sweeten the deal for you.
125, yes.
No, it's 50 and then plus the 25.
Oh, roll persuasion.
God damn it. 9.
No, I am afraid not.
Okay, well, let me check with the mates. Tomorrow will probably be okay.
All right. See you in the morning. Before the cock crows. If you know what I mean.
I'm not sure.
The rooster
Could you explain further?
goes "Grr, grr," and the sun comes up.
Oh, you got a rooster on the boat.
Yes.
We keep one in our wagon.
Smart.
Can't have too many cocks in a
before
wagon.
the sun comes up. You can't have too many cocks in a wagon. You're right. But before the sun comes up,
All right, well, I'll be here.
see you then, partner.
What's the name of this here vessel?
He spits on his hand, gives you a shake, rubs it in real good on you.
Wipe it on my hands.
Just strokes your beard.
What was the name of this here vessel?
Well, this here vessel's called the Evanson.
The Evanson.
Best goddamn ship around.
Looks a bit slight.
It's a bit thin, but it sails swift.
That's what we're needing. If only it were a day swifter.
If only.
Just slightly late everywhere.
We'll get you there.
Right.
About when? Maybe a little after you were hoping.
What is time?
It looks,
Anyways.
looks about one sail short of a full mast there.
Well, you know, whoever built this just, you know.
Engineering's all wrong.
Oh, yeah. You know.
Probably did a
Burn
lot of
down.
drugs.
Well, anyways. Gonna make a genetics joke, but boats are built. So, that failed. See you in the morning, partner. You and your crew.
Aye, aye.
I'm Captain Chris.
Captain Chris.
Sailing on the Evanson. With my first mate, James. And he walks off.
All
Anthony
right.
the cabin boy.
I look for another boat.
This boat's not gonna work. Rub your eyes, and that's the only boat now around.
Make a perception.
10.
10. You don't see any other boats.
Wander back to
There's
that
several.
boat.
There's several other boats, but like I said, they all look like they're more fishing boats that were coming in. This one looks like the only one that's like gearing up, but it's a larger vessel.
I'll go relay the news to the fellows.
Oh, my face.
Seems like we could probably pay him to head off a little sooner, but it's gonna be tomorrow morning if will be the earliest.
think we should tell old Remy why we're even going to this wood.
I think he was there whenever we talked about it, didn't he?
You have any questions on what's going on?
No.
Didn't we talk about this last night?
Going to find Marvin.
Martin? Yeah.
Martin.
Try to save the world.
Right.
We're on a mission from God.
As am I.
For these claws.
No claws.
Oh, I guess we can get a early start on the night.
Go find some lady friends. And
We just got up a couple hours ago. Y'all want to hit the hay?
I'm gonna go to the. I'm gonna try to find some lady friends, preferably non-humans.
Okay.
There's I saw some goats in the pen bag.
I meant
fancy.
I meant like elves.
So this town is, like I said last time, 50% human, 25% halfling, 15%
I was just saying what I was gonna do for the rest of the day.
half orc,
Half orcs. Half orcs.
Everybody else wants
10% other. So you could maybe find it out, but it'd be harder to do.
Probably find a bluish colored half orc.
No, I don't want the tusk.
All right. What are y'all doing?
I'm gonna see if they have a bookstore or library and try to find a book to read.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Was there anything protection wise you could try to find Remy?
You can get a lambskin condom.
15.
And a pig intestine.
I guess you could maybe make some ammo or something.
Yeah.
In downtime.
You spend your time making more bullets.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
You want to pick up a stack of ball bearings?
We'll still have to fashion them to fit.
Yeah, but it's just a scrap
Yeah.
metal.
Yeah, so
Easy to
a pack of ball bearings. Equipment. Ball.
Silver.
A bag of 1,000 ball bearings is 1 gold.
Sounds like a steal.
Yeah.
Take 5 copper. It's under equipment. Okay. Just click on it. Go pop it up. No, like on the actual gold. There you go. You just wanna. Oh, okay. I didn't know what to do.
All right, so what you'll do with those is you'll make a tinker's check. So you're proficient with your tinker's tools that you have.
The tinker.
And so you'll roll your d20. You'll add your proficiency bonus. What's y'all's proficiency right now? 4?
That's a natural 20.
Alright.
3.
3. So 23 plus your dex mod for crafting.
That's just this right here.
So plus 5, so 25.
28.
So 28. Alright, yeah. So as you spend some time throughout the rest of the day, you go and find those ball bearings and you sit down and you get ready to start making some ammunition. Are you trying to make them for pepper box or
Pepper box.
pepper box?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll say with the time you can spend on that today, we'll say you make 100 rounds. So you can add that in there, or you can just keep track of it somewhere. But so you can add 100 to your pepper box, and you'll still have plenty of ball bearings. That won't run out for a while.
Want me to try to do it?
What's that?
It's in your equipment, your ammunition or whatever. Looking for a bookstore, you're able to. What do you roll? 15. So walking around, you find this older bookstore. It looks almost pretty decrepit. Going inside, you see like an old man kind of sitting in there, looks down on his luck. Building's pretty dusty. A customer.
I would like to step back outside.
Oh, okay.
I'll go into
You're
the
my
alleyway,
first customer in years.
and I'll do ritually detect magic and go back in.
Okay. A customer.
Yes, sir. I would like to kind of walk around and browse, see if I pick anything.
Okay, so like going around, like the shelves are pretty like dusty cobwebs. You're not picking up any magic, and he said, "Most people in this town don't read,
Oh no.
Oh, that's a shame.
not recreationally at least. And those that do, the educated, they already have books."
Well, I was maybe looking for some literature about the Weeping Wood.
The Weeping Wood. Well, Let me ponder a moment, young lad. No, I'm not a robot. I'm not sure we have any books on that. But
Is there possibly a private library around that I might ask to borrow for a time?
a private library, you might speak to the Marrows.
Excellent.
But would you be perhaps interested in my special book?
Is it porn?
No.
What's your special book?
Well, just come here in the back and I'll show you.
I'll go in the back.
Oh no.
Now, just wait here a moment while I get it. And he turns around and he picks up this box. It's like real heavy. And he turns around and he's holding it right here. Now, reach your hand in the box. You must open the latch.
I'll open the latch.
You open the latch. Do you stick your hand inside?
Yeah, I'll stick my hand in.
Sticking your hand inside, you grab a large tome, and when you open it, as soon as you open it, you start detecting magic from this book. As he sets the heavy lead box down. Now, this is a special book.
I can see that.
It's about time for it to be used again. You see, it loses its magic every 100 years. Or, once it's consumed, its magic takes 100 years to return to the pages.
Interesting.
Now, this book here, it can raise your health, make you hardier. But you must spend much time reading.
I appreciate that.
Well, you have to buy it.
Of course, of course. How
You can't
much?
just have my most precious and special book.
How much for that and the lead chest?
And the chest.
Yes.
What use would you have of the chest?
I'm sure, as you're familiar with arcane, that seemingly you are.
I've used a cane or two in my life.
Lead helps protect against scrying.
Yes.
So anything of value could really go in there.
Gotcha. My little page freaked out.
Go home for the wand.
Maybe. Or the verdant star, depending on what we get our hands on first.
Kill Phil first.
Kill Lilith?
You're not first. Like in there in the back of the scene going no. While Remington Parker blows her.
Blows her?
With the lead box included, your total would come to 57,000 gold pieces.
So if I cut out the box, then
It would be
maybe-
55,000 gold pieces.
For the book?
Yes.
I guess I'm alone here. It's taking a run.
Yeah, I was gonna say, kill his ass.
Here you go.
Fireball myself.
Seems you have a
survive it.
decision to make.
I'll survive it.
I sweat a little bit.
Making a perception check, or just your passive, looking around. There's no one around. It clearly looks like no one comes here. It's possible that no one would even know he was gone.
You know, sir, let me
Yes?
come back. Because I don't have those sorts of funds on me, but possibly my
Understandable.
party- What time do you close?
Well, just whenever I feel like. You see,
I understand. Of course.
not many customers,
I can appreciate that.
but I can stay open till dinner, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Perfect. Thank you. I'll be back.
Oh, good day.
I'll go find Nathaniel.
I was looking for him anyway.
Okay, so looking around, y'all meet up.
So I found something very fucking valuable.
On your book search?
Yes.
Was it porn?
Well, you would think. But the old man that has this book is, I mean, he doesn't have shit for defense. But this book is
Are you trying to kill an old man?
I'm not trying to kill the old man. I'm just
Look,
trying
you're
to
teetering
rob
on the edge, man.
You know, this is one of those moments where I would agree with you. But we don't have to kill him. We just need to steal the book because the book's about 50,000, and I don't think we can afford the book. So I figured it.
55,000.
Oh, what did you
You
get
hear
here?
in your head.
Listening to you all time. So it's a
Good
very
luck
valuable
challenging me, fools.
Yeah, but are we really trying to kill an old man?
We
Just for
don't
some
need to kill him. We
coin?
just need to rob him. He probably won't even know it's missing. Break into the store, steal it, and head on out. You know?
A little disguised self action, eh?
This is an alignment
Well, I
trap.
was just thinking we'll wait till nighttime and, you know, you pick your way in.
Are you
and-
sure he's not some powerful wizard in disguise?
I don't think he is.
How do you come about the book?
I didn't detect any magic off of him, but only the book. So if he is a wizard, then he doesn't have shit for items either.
What if that old man was Martin?
Don't think it's Martin, but that would be very shocking if it was.
I mean, you killed those women and children the other day.
That wasn't the other day. That was like a month ago, 2 ago.
I'm really starting to worry about you, Drake.
Have a flashback image of Draven's cutting people down with his wand.
So
You,
it's a
you
valuable book.
mowed down those men on horses that were trying to catch us to.
Those were bandits. You know they were.
I mean,
We just wanted to talk.
you're not really a bandit
We
until
were
you're in the
lost.
act of robbing.
So how about?
Maybe we can find a way to get it out of there without killing him.
Oh, I don't want to kill him. I've told
I
you
see it in
this.
your eyes.
It's not in my eyes.
Draven and his lust for power.
Runs in the family.
Go back after dark.
55,000, you say?
Yes, 55.
How are we gonna keep from it being detected?
It's already in a lead box.
Ooh, how convenient.
So
Maybe maybe we break into the place right before we set sail.
he's probably an early riser, just mind you. He's very old.
So
So we should probably break in around 6 o'clock. I'm sure he'll be very asleep. That's like midnight for them.
just asking for trouble.
I'll be with you.
What is this book again?
So, I don't know too much about the books, but I've heard stories from studies about these arcane books that they can benefit you, you know, physically or health-wise or dexterity, but this one appears to be for health. So
it's going to benefit me.
cool.
It would not benefit.
So, what's the plan?
Breaking after dark. It's up to you.
I mean, my morality is not in question here. We have been warned.
Warned?
Yes.
Warned by who?
I don't know. If this old man winds up dead and his blood is on your hands, there are
Why
consequences.
would we kill him?
Because Drew is running the game.
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm really enjoying the bait though. That's brilliant. Oh my gosh, it's fucking brilliant. The dick in the box to $57,000 item. The last time we had a chance for an $80,000 item, it was one of the most important things that we. I am having it up, so don't ask me for help.
Yeah, you're up getting drunk.
Scroll got this same book in the last campaign, I'm pretty sure.
Did
He found it.
Nice.
Yeah.
But it took a long time to get the
Yeah, you got to spend a lot of time reading it.
Like a
6 months to a year.
year downtime, I think.
It's
Like 180.
I remember you reading that.
Yeah.
Every so
it takes
often.
about.
I remember now.
You have to read the book for 48 hours.
Yeah.
And
So
is
it's
it
a lot
plus
of reading.
2 or a plus 1 to Constitution? And that allows you to go to like 1 over.
2.
2? That would top me out. I don't.
I think with my thing,
It wouldn't do nothing for him because he has an amulet.
Yeah.
And Azur's not reading a fucking book.
I'll assist you in whatever you need, but I'm not going down for you.
Understood.
Boom, you got the belt.
All right, so the heist is planned.
Oh my
Do y'all go back to your companions? Discuss it, or
Remy's by the fire, just melting fucking.
yeah, Remy's just chilling.
Making my book.
It's like over the fire that's in the tavern, you know.
He's making bullets in the
Yeah,
tavern.
just
right
Why
there.
wouldn't you?
I mean, I don't know where else he'd be.
Yeah.
Never
Gotta-
looking at what he does, just always watching something else.
There's like a big hearth, like in the middle, like in Skyrim when you go into the tavern.
Yeah.
He's spitting in the fire.
Just sitting
too.
over there.
Yep.
His gunpowder
Correct.
jaw.
Right?
Charles Gunpowder. Brilliant.
Got some chewing.
Every time he spits.
Whoa.
That is a Skyrim, dude, right
Yeah.
there.
So, y'all make your way to the tavern.
Yeah, we'll go talk it
New
out.
tavern. You'll see Azur over there. He's hitting on some
Toothy bitch.
Halfling.
some toothy.
Hey, I'm the one with the bag of holding. Don't worry about me.
You know, just the barmaid. She's a human. There wasn't any elves around.
In a town like this, how does she look?
Probably can't read, so y'all got something in common.
You read?
How drunk are you?
Oh, I'm not drunk. I'm just
D20, how many beers you had?
D20. I'm a percentile.
Okay.
See how drunk I
Blood
am.
alcohol level?
Yeah, so 70% or 30% chance of being drunk. I've got to do it
Okay.
40. Like if I roll a 90, I'm not. 30 or below.
30 or below? Okay. Same odds.
50. So I'm getting there.
Getting
I'm
there.
pretty
All
buzzed.
right. I'll roll the D100
About
to see
halfway
what
there.
scale she is. We'll factor in your 50.
You're on the line.
It's a 1.
It's a 42 out of 100.
That's okay.
Hey,
Not bad.
Average? I was
We're
average.
definitely in like her.
That is
Is
a
it
good
average
looking
for
gal
how-
here in Marrow.
That's what I was about
She's
to
like
ask.
she's like picking at my
Like, just-
studs in my forehead. Like
Just looking
What's
around.
the average lifespan of a person here in Marrow?
Let me fucking
20
do
years.
a full demographic study on the people.
I mean, the way they live.
Not great.
60's got to be
Not
ancient.
great. Yeah.
I'm spinning gold pieces in my hand.
They live rough down here.
I'm doing like
bunch of hard fishermen, you know.
Yeah,
Oh, you-
bar winch. She's been taking it from sailors.
Yeah, I pull her top down. I'm like, oh, look, it's in there. And I pull out a gold.
20
right
hard
between her
years
tits.
of her
She's
life.
just so impressed. Like,
All 20.
wow.
Mine or yours?
Well, I guess it was mine.
Even her mouth
I
is
mean, which
loose.
bedroom? I like your 3 keys. We're about to have none.
Well, I was wondering when someone was gonna punch the last 3 out.
I'm just glad I got you before those top ones were out.
Oh, they'll be going soon, so.
Get them while you can.
I look over and see them walking, and I just like push her off my lap. What's going on?
We were gonna let you know about a score, but it seems like you found your own.
I'm on number girl 3.
Insight. 22.
What am I rolling?
Deception.
Oh no, 26.
What?
Roll a 19 and
Nice.
a plus 7.
Nice.
Damn.
So you believe him?
Like, I'm like trying to push the boner down. Trying to tug at the
What's
tug.
that clanking against my plate?
You're hard, Jim.
All right, so y'all were talking.
Well, Draven's got something to bring up. See what you guys think.
I found a very. I want to do this out of earshot, if possible. Of like the other bar patrons, like it'll.
All right,
Hello.
y'all will definitely have to move because y'all are sitting in the middle of the floor.
You'll find a corner table somewhere.
All right, yeah, there's tables open. Go over to the corner.
I found a very valuable book.
Book, of course.
It's worth about $55,000 or
Wow.
gold.
Dollars?
I had a minor stroke. Sorry. But it can benefit us by increasing the sturdiness of someone, their health benefit.
Oh,
It takes a while to read.
I ain't
gain that
reading
benefit.
shit.
Called the Book of Viagra. Makes you sturdy.
But
The book of the blue pill.
Tome of Cialis.
Anyway,
What?
sorry.
And you can't do this yourself?
possibly could, but it's always safer with Nathaniel around. The expert locksmith he is.
So you only want Nathaniel?
I mean, we could take more.
I think I'm gonna make him do a lot of this himself. I'll stand lookout and make sure he doesn't get himself killed, but
I'll be a lookout on the other side of the building.
you want to give it a try.
Sure. I will
Doing this.
Certainly try.
On the verge of something goes wrong. King knows we're in town.
Might
Knows you're at Blackmore.
might warn Remy and sure the wagon's ready.
Still,
For sale, yeah.
I'm sure it's getting painted up right now.
I'm
Yeah.
sure it'll be fun.
I'll be outside.
What has been the guard situation here?
Looking around, as y'all like walked through town, y'all see them sparsely. I mean, sometimes you lose them in the crowd because they're halflings, but
That's right.
but when you do see them, you know, I mean, sizing them up, they don't look particularly strong. You know, maybe if you ran into like a higher ranking one. But most of the patrolmen don't look too tough, and there's not that many of them, from what you've seen.
Load up the wagon with all their gold and goods.
Now that the sun's going down and the nightlife's kind of coming around, how rowdy does the town?
So as y'all continue, just drinking in the bar, looks like it gets pretty rowdy around here.
Even the guards are coming in on duty and getting drinks.
Yeah, it's definitely the most wild town, like in terms of just a ruckus on any night. Like, you
Not
know,
much law and order going on.
you know, your
Does it
your
seem like most
barmaids.
people are in the bar?
Yeah, as the sun begins to go down and, you know, the work shifts begin to end, more and more people come in, and, you know, the tavern y'all are in is just packed. Like, lots of people. It's very loud. You can hear some arguments teetering on the edge of a fight. It seems like fights break out regularly. a couple of patrons have black eyes already, and several are missing teeth. Until the old barmaid gets caught in the crossfire every now and then as she tries to walk by.
That's how they lose their teeth.
Yeah.
We're gonna pay for a room here and just stay tonight.
Cool.
Yeah. If we're gonna do it,
Let's go case it.
we're gonna go.
And so y'all make your way back over to that bookstore.
I'll
Who's
go
all
make-
going?
I'll make my way to the.
You? Anybody else?
You know,
I gotta go. Be a lookout.
everybody else.
All
going,
four?
I guess I'm
All
going
right.
too.
Everybody's gearing up, going over.
I want to make my way to the alleyway that I did detect magic in.
Okay.
Do the same.
I'm just gonna be like, here's the building. I'm gonna try to be kind of cornered at it on
Okay.
the other side of the street.
Yeah, if you want to keep an eye on the front door.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
So as y'all walk over here, as night goes on, you're not seeing a lot of like lamp lights from inside these buildings, and you're thinking maybe these are possibly abandoned. You get to the bookstore, you realize this guy chose poor fucking real estate. Like, it's way off from the center of town. It was a poor decision. But just looking around, that you don't see any lights on in his shop.
Is there a back door in that back alley?
There was not.
There's only the one door in.
Just the front door, and like by the front door you have that like glass pane. You can tell I was trying to say, sorry, you can tell it's like a shop. Obviously it's got the door, it's got the like pane where you can see inside. Like just taking a glance through those windows, it just looks really fucking dark in there. Doesn't look like anything's going on inside.
I'm spin it up, detect magic.
Okay, you're not detecting anything besides the stuff on your friends.
I will stealth.
All right, give me stealth rolls.
Ooh, I couldn't have asked for a better roll.
What? And y'all are kind of like across the street.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
just
across
keeping
the
an eye
street,
out.
just an eye shot.
21.
Me and him are just kind of
15.
shooting the shit, kind of looking like petty drug dealers, I guess.
All
I
right.
don't know if we want to look like that. But
Kind of leaned up against the
Yeah.
corner with
Yeah.
your hand on your iron.
Got one leg leaning up against the
Yeah.
wall.
Wanna try to throw your bird inside, see if you can get
That's
a
what I was
little bit of a
thinking.
look.
All right.
These
So, bird inside.
Cast my vision through him.
All right. He's picking up some soft light coming from the moonlight from outside. Like I said, these streets aren't lit up here. There's no light inside. So, in this initial like store open area that you were in, like kind of perusing the shelves. Sorry, my brain broke for a second. You don't see anything in here, just the shelves. You get behind the counter. It just looks like a normal counter, and then there's that back door.
I will.
It goes into the back area. It's closed right now.
I'll Misty step in there, and I'll unlock the front door to allow Nathan in.
All right, so you cast Misty Step. You appear inside. You unlock the door and let Nate in.
I'll
Give me all perception checks.
I'll look around, make sure nobody's looking.
Yep, perception check.
20.
11. 9.
So looking back, you don't really notice anything. You're not picking up anything either. And you look back by the street, and it's dark, and in the distance you see, looks like someone might be walking across. They're not coming towards you, but it looks like someone's, a good, maybe 200 feet down the road, just kind of like wandering over there. It's hard to make out what they're doing, or you just kind of seeing their silhouette. But they're not walking away. They're just kind of like almost stumbling around over there.
Okay.
Well, since I don't see anybody, I'll just lay flat, open the door, slink in, and close it behind me.
Y'all are inside.
I'll sneak over to the back room where I saw
Okay.
him go.
You go to that back room, and the door is locked.
I'll pop my bird through it.
Okay. It's inside?
Yeah.
Looking in. See his shelves, his boxes. See that big lead box. See on the ground next to it, the old man sleeping.
Is there space in there for me to be able to Misty Step?
Yeah, it'd be tight, but you can.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right, so you Misty Step in there. You're in the room.
And
You just watch Draven just go.
I'm gonna try to scuttle to the door and put my ear up to it.
Okay. Make a perception check to listen.
25.
So you hear some light tapping of feet
I'll
on the inside. Good.
open up the latch.
Okay.
Reach my hand, pull the book out, put it in my bag.
Okay. Make a sleight of hand check to open that quietly.
I'll use luck. Natural 20.
What's your total?
My total is... My heart's beating. 22.
22. So you're able to grab that latch and lift it up so quietly. Pull the door open.
No, I was talking about the book.
Right, you have to open the door.
You have to open the latch.
Oh, okay.
You have to open the latch and then pull the door of the box open.
Gotcha.
It starts to creak and then you stop. And you're able, with your 22, to move it in a way to keep it from creaking. Stick your hand inside, you grab the book. It's heavy, but you're able to pick it up and just pull it out of the safe.
Put it in my bag and I close everything back up and I
Alright,
poof
make
out.
another sleight of hand check to close it quietly.
Pretty good. I don't know if that's good enough. Alright. 17.
Close it quietly. Misty Step out.
Or do you miss a step too?
Back where I was before I went in there.
See, right behind you, you see Draven appear. A cloud of. Right, so y'all walk back out.
How does the door lock?
The main door.
Mhm.
It just looks like a deadbolt.
Okay. So yeah, we'll I'll get in. We'll open the door. I'll let him out, and as I'm closing it, I'll cast my mage hand on the inside and.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice. Very well done.
You didn't even get the most important thing we needed.
Didn't get the lead box.
It's really fucking heavy.
Yeah, that would have been way harder.
Yeah.
An 80-year-old man was picking it up.
With his cock.
I'll high five Nate very quietly.
A bad influence on the kid.
Then we'll saunter off.
Draven has made another dastardly deed.
Fine, me.
If you would have murdered him, it would have been.
Yeah.
But
You might
inching
as, you might
ever
as well.
closer.
That was his retirement.
Yeah.
He's gonna kill himself now.
Agreed, Heiko.
He'll
Agreed.
probably never know that book's gone.
So the next customer that comes in.
Which will be never.
Yeah, Draven just stole from an old ass man
I'm gonna
who
go
owns
to-
a store that
I'm
doesn't
gonna go
get any
knock on the.
business.
I'm gonna knock on the door. And be like, "Yeah, special book."
Well,
I
you've
am
done it. You've stolen from an old man.
I am lawful neutral.
You know what-
to be fair.
What's funny
You've literally
is-
taken the food out of his mouth. He will starve to
Well,
death.
he's only shown one person that book in 100 years.
There's nothing lawful about that. That was all
Pure greed.
evil.
Lawful in my own code.
You have 55,000. You don't need your constitution that bad. Let's just sell it.
Could have left a stack of gold in his.
Yeah, Draven is a real shitty person.
I'll mail him some.
Turning into,
Heiko's got Draven figured out.
turning into Lilith.
Does he have like a drop box on the front door?
No.
For mail?
We've already walked away. Don't be getting Phil bad card now.
You trying to pay him now?
Just a little bit.
Anything less than 55,000 will not be enough. All right, you sold it. Y'all head out. Y'all go to meet up on the ship in the morning
Yeah, before the cock crows.
before the cock crows.
Before the cock crows.
make your way. Y'all get some rest. Was there anything else y'all were wanting to do before that? Or just rest up and get ready to head out?
Yeah.
Alright, so y'all rest up. Y'all head out early in the morning. So it's about 5 a.m. or so. You'll see their ships gearing up. They're about to like pull the thing up. Oh, howdy, you're here! You almost missed us.
Glad we made it.
Huh?
As-
Captain Chris always leaves on time. The Evanson always sails true and slightly to the left.
I'm gonna look up. Is there any like flags or any emblems or anything on this?
No, they're not flying any colors. It's
No
just
colors, straight white.
just the white sails. So y'all load up.
Yeah.
Y'all get aboard the Evanson.
Right in the Evanson.
Right in the Evanson. Skimming across the waters.
Yeah, get us there hard.
It always
fast.
tells you I'll be there earlier than what it is.
How long is this trip gonna be there, Captain Chris?
Please don't text in Captain, sir.
Well, the captain does what he wants. And now that you're on my ship, you'll follow my fucking rules.
Oh, yes, sir.
What have we done?
Now, it'll be smooth sailing. Should take us about, I don't know, maybe 3 days or so. Half, maybe 4. The Evanson doesn't ever get where it needs to be on time, but that's our target.
But, what could slow us down here on the lake?
Well, anything, we could oversleep. We could not leave on time.
Could be a branch in the road.
There could be a branch in the road, and I'll have to turn all the way back. And somehow end up at Haley's house. My God, there's a goddamn Twinkie in the road. I didn't have enough gas to make it there. Instead of getting gas, I went to Haley's instead of to watch the game.
I'm gonna
Sounds
start.
awfully specific.
I'm gonna start reading.
It's just general. Anyways, welcome aboard. Don't fuck with anything. Unless it's James. You can kick his ass. He's used to it.
Can I throw him overboard?
No. That would be murder, sir.
No. Are you saying you need him?
You can throw him overboard. So you're trying to trap me in a...
With a battle of wits.
Just kill him. Yeah. James like, what?
Inconceivable.
Anyways,
I'm gonna go in the cabin.
yeah, that's cool. I ran out of things to say.
Same. I'm gonna start reading.
Oh, fucking nerd. Anyways,
Maybe on this boat play any liar's dice?
liar's dice. You want to mention the liar's dice?
Oh no. Sorry. An old man with no pants on.
An old man stands up at the table, cock hanging free. I always lose at liar's dice. Oh, that's a callback.
Yeah.
Sorry. Now everybody seems really busy doing their jobs right now. They're just setting out. As you try to talk to people, they seem to be ignoring you.
Even James seems essential personnel to the crew.
No, James is just sitting there.
Okay.
For our first mate,
He's holding a clipboard. It looks like he's supposed to be writing something, but he doesn't have a pencil.
he's pretending to like.
He's just walking around like,
That was a great description. Incredibly accurate.
sorry. Is that what you do at work?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I gotta recover.
Oh, 3 whole days of this, huh?
Yep. So we're gonna sail. We'll roll for random encounters, and if nothing happens, then
Then I read.
we'll just
for
make
3
it to
days.
the woods. Guess we'll do that now. I wish it was a large sea.
Wishing for that big C, huh?
Yep.
You know how
Well, it starts with a K actually, but
Got the boat to fight on.
Right.
for the folks at home, I'm staring at the kraken on the wall. But no kraken here.
How long
So-
do I need to read that book?
48 hours.
You have to read for 48 hours over a period of 6 days.
So I get a good chunk of that in on these 3 days of sailing.
We'll say you get 1 hour in.
Get seasick.
I mean,
Roll for sea legs.
that's not magical or otherwise, but give me some concentration checks.
Okay. So I don't get the benefit of my perk
Right, yeah. Not magical or anything, just
without luck or anything.
just to see if you can maintain your concentration to read for large portions of the
That's
day.
a 3.
So 3, that's not great. So we'll say the first day,
Yeah.
we'll say you get 4 hours.
Wait a minute. Plus 5. Sorry.
So it's 8. Yeah, so we'll say you get about 4 hours in
Okay.
for that. Go ahead and roll for the second day.
15.
15. We'll say you get the full 8 in, and then roll for the third day.
7.
So 4 again. It's just hard to focus with the boat rocking. You're not used to sailing, really. So we'll say over the course of the 3 days, you'll get 16 hours read. That's pretty good.
It's 3 more days to finish.
It just has to be at least over a period of 6 days. So you can't like try to stay up all night for 2 days straight. It's more about just reading it. Like the process it mentions, like reading the book and you're like practicing the things that it tells you
So
to
I
do.
could get like maybe an hour or 2 in at like nighttime
Mhm.
before bed.
Yeah, it's just a minimum of 6 days.
Gotcha.
Maybe on the way back.
I thought you meant like you have to finish it in
Either
6
that
days.
or
Okay, yeah, I was like, man, that's tough.
That is really tough. But yeah,
Well,
so
not like while we're
the sailing goes pretty smoothly here. Luckily, there were no storms while you were traveling. No giant sea monster came up because it's a lake.
Fresh water.
But no giant lake monster came up either.
No Nessie.
Not saying there is one, but you know, who knows?
Who knows?
Maybe.
Big lake.
It's a big lake. But your sailing goes smooth, and on the third day, you arrive at the edge of the Weeping Wood. They kind of like pull off a little bit. Like, well, you're gonna have to swim from here.
How far?
Looks like you don't want to swim that far.
I'll cast fly on us.
You got a boat right here we could row.
Yeah, but then it'll be lost forever.
No confidence.
Oh, we're not waiting on you.
Couldn't come back.
Hmm?
There'll be some gold in it for you if you come back.
Well, you know, how much gold are we talking here?
About 100.
No. Like I said before, this is way out of our way.
Okay, well,
So, how much would it be for you to
how much closer can you
stay
get?
for a day or two?
Stay for a day or two. See how much money would we lose?
What do you got that you're transporting here? Or what are you going to pick up?
Who's asking?
Someone will pay you to stay here?
Is asking.
Who do you work for?
I work for myself in the Black Company. We're mercenaries. Destined
Anyways,
for greatness. We bring
for us to stay for a few days,
I think he's
we'll
crazy.
call it. What'd you say?
That was Rowdy saying that.
Did you just call me
Harry. He thought your name was Christopher Harry.
Anyways, for me to stay for a few days, we'll call it 1,000 gold.
Do you think we have no idea how long it's going to take us to get back?
I don't know.
You're going to give us something where we know you'll stay,
Like,
so you'll
maybe
let us get this
afterwards.
boat? And you'll stay on us for how many days for 1,000 gold?
We'll stay for a day for 1,000 gold.
Oh, that's
day?
more than
Alright.
Just drop us off on the
next
shore.
trip.
Well, you'll have to find a way where you could pay for our small boat here.
How much for the small boat?
Small boat.
We'll call it
1,000 gold.
200 gold.
200 gold might be worth not getting wet.
I don't think we can fit our horses on.
We don't have our
You didn't bring your horses with you?
No, we didn't.
No horses.
No,
around.
no.
You're right, we cannot.
You're not bring horses on the boat.
150?
How about 150 for the boat? And
I
the
feel like
oars.
I've got you by the balls here.
I'll cast fly on 3 of us. And as soon as he says that,
Well, God damn it!
I'll get Rowdy on my back, and I'm just like, you had your chance, and then we'll fly off.
Well, shit! Kicks a fucking bucket across the.
Should have taken the gold! Fuck!
Also, I never paid him.
You did. Remember, Black Wagon brings the night. Wow.
What? I can't hear you from here.
For Thorley!
You bastards! So as y'all approach the wood, it just takes a couple minutes to fly over. The trees are dull, like the bark and stuff is gray. The trees almost seem to be leaning over. And as you approach and you land next to it and you begin to walk into the wood, y'all just go in.
You want to fly over for a little bit?
Yeah, how much time? We got an hour?
Yeah, you got an
No,
hour. You can fly
let me
pretty
see
far.
what flight is.
I think it would be a
10
good
no,
idea
it's 10
to
minutes.
survey the line.
It's 10 minutes.
Up above.
10 minutes.
So you just want to fly? I'll just fly above the tree.
Fly
line
10
just
minutes
to
in
see.
and then.
Yeah.
Just to get
And,
a visual of if we can see anything. that might be
I'll send my
ruins
bird
or
up as well and try to get a good visual on some shit.
Okay.
just kinda-
Just looking over as y'all are flying above, it just looks like a very dense forest. Again, it seems like the trees are almost like drooping over and like in this moving, drooping motion, just almost breathing. As you get to the point where you need to land, as you descend into the wood. What?
My bird had 20.
I'm describing what you're seeing.
Okay.
You can't like see into it. It's very, very
Okay.
dense. Y'all have an aerial view as well. Like y'all can see. And as you descend into it, you fly through the thick brush on your way down through the trees. You land on the ground. The ground almost feels like moist, wet, muddy almost. And looking around, it appears to be this like dense black fog permeating throughout the wood. Seems to be like dripping and wicking off of the trees on the lower end of it. Looking on the ground, there's just like a thin layer of it just whisking around.
About how far can we see?
Looking around, so looking out, you can see maybe about 150 feet in front of you. This fog's kind of thick. And so vision is tight. It's dark in here. If you spark a light spell, torch, anything, because it's pretty dark once you get
Yeah, I
below
will.
the tree line.
Do you have
As you
dark vision?
cast your light, you notice that it's dimmer than you would have thought. So just for game rule purposes, treat bright light as dim light as darkness.
Lilith would have loved this place.
I have 120 of just darkness, so I can see 120, or is it
Yeah,
still
you-
just too foggy for me to see that far?
Yeah, I mean, it's the
About-
fogginess.
Yeah, it makes it even more
Yeah.
for me.
There's the darkness itself just from the heavy tree cover, but this
Up to
black
60
fog
feet.
that's kind of
obscuring.
whisking around is obscuring your
So
vision.
everything is like half.
Okay.
Yeah. So y'all just, and you could probably still, what I say, 150 feet, so you can still see out your 120 foot, but it's just going to be obscured.
Yeah, I got you. Okay. Yeah, because that's like magical darkness that I can see.
And
or is it-
my distance of sight is how far? In Denver?
So your light for that, so your bright light is 40 foot for the light spell,
All of us have dark vision.
except for him.
I've got tremors since if need be.
Right. So your vision is 40 foot out with the light,
Okay.
and that's just the edge of what you can see.
What about the sound? Like birds chirping and deers frolicking?
No.
Just very
It's just
quiet.
very-
Butterflies are
it's-
flying around.
It's very oddly quiet. You can almost hear water drops just dripping off of trees, hitting the ground. The further you walk in, the more you're starting to find standing water. And as you continue further, it gets almost swamp-like, deeper into the wood, where like your foot's maybe covered in about this much water, just to the top of your foot, coming over your boot.
No signs of life.
Not that you're noticing.
No insects even. Nothing.
No, that's a good question. Actually, there are insects and stuff, but like for birds, like small critters and stuff, you're not seeing a lot of those. But yeah, definitely, you're getting bit by mosquitoes at this point.
Frogs chirping.
You hear the occasional frog. You hear movements in the, you hear water like rippling real quick, like maybe something's moving quick. You hear the crackle of branches in the distance.
Snakes slither. A snake.
Nice.
There you go.
So, what was your heading here?
I don't even know
Towards the
where we're going.
mountains, I guess.
Deeper.
Yeah.
Deeper.
Guys,
We're, I guess,
fucking lost.
realistically, we'd be cutting across to where the ruins are. The mountains. On the other side.
Did we
of the
get
island.
any type of heading? Like, could we see when we were up in the air before we descended? Like, how far could we only see forest?
You could
Or-
see forest, but on the very horizon, you could make out just the shape of the mountains in the distance.
And it seemed like miles and miles.
Oh, really far, yeah.
Really,
Yeah.
far.
Guess that would be our heading. Just towards that side.
Didn't
get the bird and
make sure that we're headed in the right. Keep heading.
I'm sending
in
your
the
bird
right
up, yeah, y'all. You feel like you're heading the
it's
right
big.
way.
Yeah.
get one person on a griffin up there.
Good.
Yeah, you just know that if you do go up above, you won't be able to see anybody down
It
below.
would be hard to find where we were.
Yeah.
I would be the only one that could kind of beacon ourselves with the bird.
And
Guess
we'll just keep trumping on for now. We feel like maybe we can check every once in a while, make sure our heading stays.
Okay, so just periodically you want to make sure you're going the right way.
Yeah.
All right. So no need for a check there, but somebody give me a survival check to successfully navigate through this
Wanna
thick
pick that
water.
up?
What is that?
So you'll roll your d20 and you have a skill called survival.
17. The very bottom of it.
And this will just be to successfully navigate, to make
19.
sure you're finding the right, sturdy enough patches of mud to step on so you don't sink and get your boots stuck.
Stepping in a 3-foot hole.
Exactly, yeah. So you're
19.
taking lead. It was 19. So you're taking lead. You're guiding everyone through the swamps, and you're keeping a brisk but a careful pace as well as you're going through. And y'all are just kind of following his lead, going in line to make sure you step on one patch and jump to another as you make your way through. As y'all travel for about an hour in here, you start seeing these shadows like whisk up real quick and then go off in one direction before fizzing out. So those shadows just kind of twist up and then they all keep seeming to point in a direction. They're just whisking up right in front of you and pointing away.
Might have to follow that.
Are they pointing the direction we're headed, or
No,
Is it windy?
it's not.
direction are they pointing?
So as y'all are headed north towards the mountains, it's pointing more north by northeast.
And it's like just a fog.
It's
a
this
fog
thick
bomb?
black fog. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how sinister.
I don't think they're gonna leave us alone. I'll take any sign right now.
Dude, think druids telling us something?
The
Hopefully.
forest is trying to kill us, but
Yes. I would not trust the forest, but I will trust my party.
it's still mostly in the direction we're headed.
So I'm gonna follow it.
What do you think?
I say we go ahead and follow it.
You're leading us.
All right.
Yeah, yeah.
So you begin to follow these whisks, and as you walk, they keep whipping up and pointing.
Get my sword ready.
Get your sword ready. Or
As we correct our paths to what they're saying, do they start pointing forward then, or
yeah, as you correct your path, they start. Yeah,
And we're like, we
just walk in a circle. Just a little lightning strikes into Azur's hand as his sword appears.
Whenever we
definitely have my spear.
periodically send my bird up, is there any maybe structure or a landmark that we're headed towards that I could possibly see?
No, you don't see anything above. In the forest, you can't see anything that's below the tree line.
Okay, I didn't know if there was anything sticking up.
No,
now.
there's not. It's all very thick and covered.
Okay.
I don't like.
We're going to get it somewhere.
I can already
we
see
might as well
this-
just get it ourselves.
Ruining my new fucking boots. Bullshit.
So as you follow these mysterious shadows or fog through the wood, eventually you're led to this odd clearing. There's a circle kind of carved out.
I'm pretty sure.
Now you see above bigger trees are covering over the top of it, but there is a good 30-foot circumference clearing, and the whisk just keeps.
Is the air?
Whipping.
Does the air feel different at all?
You haven't noticed a shift in the air at all. But is it all kind of?
Can I?
These things keep
lights?
going. There's no lights, but these things keep twisting up and going into
We're
the
just on
center.
the edge of the clearing
Yeah.
now.
Can
You're on the
I
edge of it.
stop the party for a second and cast detect magic?
Okay,
I'm
it's gonna take you 10 minutes.
If you are cool with it.
But I'm
There's probably.
standing.
I'm gonna just get my rod out and click it. Or my spell
Get your spell slot back.
Very eerie.
I'll detect magic.
Okay, so you spend the next 10 minutes.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna walk around this circle.
Okay,
Ooh.
so you're
not
gonna.
too far though, just kind of
How big is this clearing?
Like I said, it's 30 foot in
30,
circumference.
okay. Yeah, and I'm gonna try to keep my eyes peeled as much as possible.
Okay,
trying
so
to
give me
look-
perception checks from anyone who wants to look around and see if they notice anything
Other than me.
other than you. You're about to spend the next 10 minutes casting a ritual spell.
7.
Ah.
I also rolled a 1.
So just looking around, it's way too thick. This fog is it's really obscuring you. It's just as you look out, you can't make anything out.
Seeing
As you begin
ships
to
out there.
walk around the circle, you get about 3/4 of the way around. You feel this large gust of wind just blow in the center of this. You just feel it blowing in from the side that you're on, coming away from you, or it's coming towards you into the middle. And these shadows begin to whisk and spin faster and faster and grow and grow and grow and grow until you see this large form of just this dark creature. It's huge. It looks maybe 20 foot tall, as it's just made up of these black shadows. As they just begin whisking off of it just like the trees and falling off. As it stands up, it looks directly at you.
And he's in the
He's standing in the center of it. He's staring directly at you. Roll.
I was about to say, I'll do
Initiative.
something, but I'm sure, yeah.
Oh,
D20.
And your initiative box in this.
Goddamn.
You're at +8 or whatever.
Lost shadow monster.
Fuck shadow monster.
Way to go. You and your claws.
Get out of my life.
Those cans are be gone before the game Sunday.
Right.
No residual.
No more
That's
White
why
Claw.
we've been losing.
Yes.
Yeah, because we lost only one game this year.
People
I guess
drinking
actually
those the week
they were,
before.
damn it.
This whole
How's that free
place.
beer taste now?
Like a loss.
Dirty defeat.
Like nasty BS.
Dirty defeat. Oh, defeat.
Buttered toes defeat.
Well, let's hope these other things don't turn into like shadowy little tiny monsters with it.
I'm not gonna whole shadow conglomerate. Why not?
I hope so. Yeah, me too.
Looking around, you still see a lot of shadows.
My mom. That's one nacho. Didn't pick out a mini for Boom again.
What are you trying to say? Cheeseburger.
Boom hasn't been on Hero Forge yet, huh? That's
Gonna have to
You
get
got
on that
like
at work
old Western
before,
shit, too.
you get on there before. You're slow at work before the OU game.
So if you want to
still
look,
have one made tonight.
Oh no, that's huge!
Oh, I need a good time.
maybe a bit taller than 20 foot.
Woo! Is that Boom right there?
Like Captain Chris?
We should have brought him as a sacrifice.
It's so spooky.
Yeah.
He's over here. Oh shit.
Who are we using for?
There he is. Holy shit, that's a awesome bitch.
Right.
Like this guy?
Double it.
Double it. Double it again.
New pen.
Shadow monster. The monster of
Singing's fucking massive.
I can't really reach one. I'm trying to draw Fear Destiny. That'd be 30 foot. 15.
Circular?
Right here.
Just go away.
Hey Drew, how close was I to getting Detect Magic off?
Not very.
Okay.
You're maybe 5 minutes.
Oh, 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 oh. Oh, please. Yeah, yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Then he's gonna kick my ass.
Let's hope so.
It's probably close to one.
Ooh.
Sorry,
You do a giant that's over there, maybe.
maybe he is here.
You could put Darth Maul there.
Could put Darth Maul there.
Go ahead and fight the Kraken.
That's probably more like Frodo.
Air the load.
That is terrible. There we go. Battle map camera back. Woo! Woo! Best that I can do for the view there, but all right. Let's get this thing fucking cracking. $25, $20, $19.15.
19.
$14.10.
10.
I've got 13. You say yours, bro?
No, you never. I'm at 26.
That's good. I like that.
No.
Damn. Does he go twice?
What's your plus?
8.
Damn.
Okay.
Gotcha.
That was a good flex. That was a good flex. All right.
I was like, damn, you a what?
Hold on. Bird is 5.
All right, so as you were kind of watching Azura walk around, you see all these shadows whisk up into this giant fucking thing. What do you do?
Pull out my pepper box.
Pull out Pepper Box.
D10, I think.
You roll your d20s twice, right?
Get 2 shots.
5
Plus your, let's say 5 plus your whatever it is.
plus 6, so 11. No,
No, 9.
so
So
14. And 26.
14 and 26. Both hit.
Woo. Now roll your d10s.
Roll 2 on it, right?
mm-hmm. Yeah, that's d10. That's an 8. This one there.
Oh, 15
Plus your 2
plus 6.
plus 12. 6 and a 6 per shot.
Yeah,
Yeah, so 15 plus 12.
15, 12, 27.
27.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So, seeing this thing come out, you're just like, take 2 shots as the black powder is those 2 puffs of smoke. It's hard to even make out really with all the thick black cloud around, but you fire it twice in there. You see it just disappear into this shadowy form. Never quite encountered a creature like this, but you know you feel good about it. You know, for visible damage, it's negligible right now, but they were good shots. Nate, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna get my Eris out and charge.
Charge! So you pull out your spear and you rush forward.
I'll hit him with some booming blade energy for 18 to hit.
All right.
Do I need to roll anything different? Thunder, lightning, or
What damages are you rolling?
maybe lightning and thunder, and then
Roll your thunder separate.
okay,
Piercing.
and piercing. Yeah. So 15 and 6 thunder.
Thunder, so he takes half the thunder, so 3. So what's the total? I missed the first number.
10 plus 5, so 15.
15?
Yeah, and then plus the 3.
So 18.
And I'll go ahead and pull out the crossbow and give it a shot.
All right.
9 to
That
hit.
misses.
Yeah.
So you run up, you stab it with Eris with your booming blade, you pull it out, you bring up your crossbow, fire it, and just shoot it right over this gigantic monster.
Right in front of me.
At point blank
He's got
range.
skinny legs.
There's a shadow over there! Got real thin legs. So, this thing starts off its turn. The shadows just emanate from it. Everyone make a Constitution saving throw.
23.
Okay.
What's Constitution?
20.
That's fine. 11.
10.
So 10, 11, 20.
23.
You pass. Everybody else, they'll take 14 points of necrotic damage. You take...
One half to 7 or?
No, not half.
14.
Yeah, you'll take 14.
Ouch.
And as that happens, those of you that failed, these shadows just start swirling around your arms, twisting all over you. And he will then start. That's just the beginning of his turn thing.
And then.
And down.
Alright.
And then.
So, yeah, you hit him with your spear. You hit him with your gun. I guess you're right next to him, so he's gonna swoop.
Gonna run away.
So as he takes his hand and he grabs you just around you, or he attempts to do that, so he'll make his attack roll. 23.
Going to shield. Wait. Shield will put me at 23. So that'll hit, and just, I'll go ahead and shield though. Take something else now. This will hit, yeah.
Like how many times that hit the box?
You take 26 points of necrotic damage as it just squeezes around you, and give me a con save.
20.
20. Alright, so your hit point maximum is reduced by that much.
By 20 points?
By 26.
Oh, by what I just took.
Mm-hmm. You feel your just body get weak after he grabs you.
See how
He
I
then turns over to
change
you,
that.
and he points at you. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Can I counterspell that?
It's not a spell.
A
He just turns
wisdom?
over and points at you. Yeah, wisdom.
8. I rolled a 5.
Take 32 points of necrotic damage.
Can I guess no, I can't do that.
Well,
I think I gotta have damage too. You said 32?
yeah, that's 32 points of damage.
Yeah, I just have that ice thing that covers me, but I
Mhm.
think that. But I don't think if it.
Doesn't it just say when you take damage?
32. I'll just take it right now. I'll look later.
Okay.
I can always do it again if it's.
Okay. So you do that, and you are now frightened of it until the end of its next turn. While frightened in this way, you're also paralyzed. So he points at you. You take that damage. You're just frozen in fear. So that'll
Just like.
turn Raven.
Alright, I'm going to cast a 4th level fireball at the top of his head.
Okay. So you conjure up a fireball with your arm. He makes a dex save. Jeez. Ooh, 5.
Fail. This son bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's not great. Your hub.
Would I know if that was necrotic damage?
Good question.
Yeah, after you take it, yeah.
So I could do like my potion of necrotic
Mhm.
resistance and know like
You've taken necrotic damage before, you know what it feels like.
so I can
29 damage.
29.
That's a lot of ones.
Yeah. And then I will cast a second level Dragon's Breath on Bird.
Okay.
So that's my
Just as the fireball explodes, it just doesn't seem to affect him as much as you thought it might. The flames just kind of whisk off of him. He averts his gaze to you.
And I guess I should designate what my Dragon's Breath is going to be then.
Yep.
I will do lightning because lightning seemed to hurt it.
Alrighty. Bird.
Bird's gonna fly up and be about 15 feet out and
Okay. Alright.
Just like the button you've got.
yeah.
Dex save.
Yes, sir.
Shit. 10. Not very
Well,
extra for some reason right now.
That is
He's
12
big and hulking.
damage.
12.
That's... Bird's not maybe a star,
And then yeah, Bird's gonna
I
stop
sure as hell.
He's gonna stay there.
Remy, if they're 20.
because I don't know how far his reach is.
Remy, you're up.
There's a whole clearing.
I'm just off here by
Well, I was
myself right
afraid
now,
that
right?
he
I'm
might
not
have,
getting
like,
pointed at or nothing.
No. That was the whole clearing.
You haven't got pointed at?
That's why I was afraid that it.
Not yet.
moved him.
You just saw Nate get hurt pretty bad. You see Azur over there just holding his
Right.
sword just kind of fucking locked in place for the moment.
Pepper box really didn't do shit.
Hit him for 27. That was
But
good
I'm
damage.
going to in the pepper box again.
Alright. 2 more shots rip off.
17
That hits.
and 25.
Both hit. Nice. Yeah, I was just trying to describe his overall appearance. The damage was
11,
good.
so 23.
23.
Morphs through the shadow.
Yeah, I was just trying to describe what the bullets did when they hit him, but it was
What are you gonna pour that time?
Huh?
What are you gonna pour that time?
23.
Nice.
I'll say you're done really good damage on both turns.
Yeah, probably more than any of us.
yeah, you're doing a
For sure.
more than I stared at.
Alright, so you step out again, fires, those bullets just disappear into him again as he kind of takes a half step back and he turns and looks at you. Are you staying there or are you moving?
I am going to.
These are
Yeah, I'm just trying to show that it's very thick
thick brush.
foliage back there.
I'm gonna get over in front of this tree over here.
Over here.
You want to do
No,
this
the one next to it.
This one?
What was that?
If I can get to there. I don't know if I
The
can.
smaller one right here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Behind it.
you're gonna have to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35.
that's perfect. All right,
Go
let's
Well,
go.
we might be in range.
Is
Up to you. I don't know.
Let's get behind that. No, because I don't have. Yeah, let's get behind that one.
Let's get back
Yeah,
over
right
there.
there's fine. Yeah.
Alright.
Thank you.
So as you go to step away, he turns and just swipes at you.
Wondering about it.
That's what I was worried about.
So that's 26 to hit.
This is
Yeah,
your
oh,
AC right here.
So 17
So yeah, so it hits.
or 9.
Yeah. That's a long read. So he's a freaking twice the size of Sean Bradley.
Take 18 points of necrotic damage as he just whack, slaps
See,
you.
I did the same thing. That was the first time getting hit. I did my long rest, but it didn't change my hit points, so that's really weird. It did the same thing to me. No, don't do that,
No,
because you should be at
into your turn now.
68.
Alright, I'm gonna
So,
after
put it in.
feeling
That's what
that
I'd do.
hit, kind of in shock. I'm gonna
They did
reach
the
into
same
my
thing to me,
pouch
it was
and
really
pop a
weird.
potion of
I've
necrotic
got it
resistance.
before,
Okay. You reach into your pouch, use your action
Do it
to
again
take
one
that.
time.
Anything for your bonus
I'll
action?
Go back.
There
There you go.
I'm gonna
Me and you both did it.
disengage.
Hold it 60.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bonus action disengage.
I'll take a step back for now.
Okay. Just take a step back there. So he is going to. He's going to swing at you with that same thing you saw him just grab Nate with. This big shadowy paw comes forward for 22 to hit.
I'm going to shield and throw up my ward,
Okay.
even though it'll still hit.
He'll still hit.
Yeah.
All right.
I just need that little bit of cushion.
Yes.
I'm still staring at him.
28 points of necrotic damage, and give me a con save. As that big paw just comes around, just grabs you and squeezes on you.
25.
25, you pass, so your hit point maximum is not reduced. As he squeezes and let go. Azur, you are now able to act.
Go right here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna flip my sword around and lightning bolt him.
Alright. So, dex save. Yeah. 9.
Oh wow.
Just got dumb damage.
12, 17,
Well,
18,
I'm saying I got
22,
dumb damage.
24, 25, 33.
33,
Yeah,
nice.
pretty well.
Okay, nobody's on the other side.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure. That's why I moved over.
So you go over, you spin your sword, you slam it in the ground. It's from the tip of it that lightning bolt just ripples out from it, striking him as he kind of takes a half step back, stumbles for a second, and then stares right at you.
I just say, come on!
Draven. Oh yeah, make a Constitution or a concentration check for your the spell you have on your bird.
25.
Okay. Now it's your turn. Yeah.
I will. 4th level chromatic orb lightning is
All right.
24.
24. Oh
Dude,
yeah, to hit. Yeah, that hits.
Girlfriend calling?
25.
So you spin up that diamond, that bolt or a little orb of lightning flies forward, hits him right in the throat. So you see it bust apart and just shock all over his body. All right, bird.
Breath.
All right, so he flies in range.
He's been staying in range. He hasn't flown out of it.
Okay, yeah,
He's up.
I got you.
Literally right here, I guess.
Okay.
That's it.
Oh yeah. 16.
16 just passes,
So
and it was 10 damage.
10 after the half.
No, it was. That's before the half.
All right. So your bird goes up and it's lightning.
Yeah.
So you breathes forth, just these lightning bolts all just ripple out of his mouth, hitting him but whisking off as he kind of dodges out of the way a little bit. Only part of it hitting the side of his face. Up to Remy. Got 2 more shots and then you got to reload.
Yeah. Go ahead and move me.
Right here.
I don't know. Are you gonna use? You already used your lightning, didn't
Well,
you?
you can come
It's up
out
to
and
you.
back.
Whatever
You've
you
got
want to do,
movement
man.
enough to come out, shoot, and go back.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you do your little spin out from around the tree as your duster flips around, pointing your pepper box forward, firing 2 shots.
24
Jesus, yeah.
and 22.
Both hit.
Roll it over
Tufts
there.
of black powder flying out. Hot
22.
lead flies through the air. 22.
And you want to move back?
Yeah.
Action surge or anything.
Can I
So
use a bonus?
both.
Can I use a bonus?
Yeah, you can use a bonus action.
To reload.
Not yet.
You can bonus action
Like you can shoot one.
He could bonus action. What's his thing called?
Yeah, I say you
Action
could
surge.
heal.
Action surge.
Yeah,
You could reload once and fire one more time if you wanted to.
Well, I think action surge is a free action.
Action surge is a bonus action.
Oh, is it? I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
so,
bonus
like,
action, but when he reloads, he just uses one of his attacks to reload.
Yeah, not twice. You know how you shoot twice?
Mm-hmm.
You could reload and then shoot once.
If you want.
If you wanted to. You don't have
I'm
to.
gonna stand pat.
All right.
Yeah.
Nate.
I'm feeling pretty futile in this battle, so I'm gonna kind of stay where I'm at for a second.
Okay. Kind of hang back.
Yeah.
All right, this guy.
What? Y'all are doing damage at distance.
So he's just gonna go and just do that big roar again as the shadows just emanate from him. Everybody, give me a con save.
God damn, I'm running 20s on
Yeah, me
all
neither,
my fucking
fucking
con
both.
saves.
9.
9,
9?
16.
16,
25.
25.
Mine's a 7.
So y'all take 15 points of necrotic damage, except for you.
I have necrotic resistance. Is that half it or is it?
Yeah. Resistance halves, so 8.
Okay.
Immunity would negate all. And then those that got hit by it, those shadows just begin warping around you again, all over your body. You know, over you, it's just warping around and flying up and ding, 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 making an arrow pointing at you. It's doing it to all of you. It's just flying up, just highlighting your face, just spinning around it, giving him a nice target.
Advantage.
Yes, that is what I'm describing.
I just finished the book 7 of the Legends of Chris. Okay,
So he's going to take one step forward towards Azure. Yep. And here he's going to... Okay. So he's going to make a big paw attack at you. So that will be a... I'm looking at the wrong thing. Oh, actually an 18. You block it?
Yep.
And then he's going to point at you. So after he swings, he's just going to go. And he just kind of holds this creepy, long, shadowy claw towards you. Give me a wisdom save.
Ooh, I'm liking that. Are you fucking kidding
Fucking
me?
repeat.
Fucking 2 natural ones, so 6.
Good.
6? Okay. So take 30 points of necrotic. And give me a concentration check.
17?
17 just passes. But you are frightened of him until the end of his next turn, and
Okay.
while you're frightened that way, you are paralyzed.
Okay.
So you're just like, ugh.
So I can't attack.
Right. Okay, is there?
Okay, this I'm gonna just go ahead and do my last one, lightning bolt. And I'll hit it in the ground again. And come on, come at me!
Jesus, every deck save I roll so low. 8.
Darn.
No, it's just funny. Like
14.
I passed one of them, I think.
Yeah, against the bird.
20, 29.
29. Damn.
It's just luckily because you're failing the deck saves, you know. 'Cause I'm doing it at a 5th
That's
level.
awesome, man.
I'm doing it at a 4th level because
Right, yeah, because you're a warlock.
96s.
So you ripple off another huge lightning bolt as it just strikes through him. As it goes through, you just see like a hole open up as the lightning just ripples around inside of him before fading out. Then you see the shadow just start to fill that hole back in. He looks pissed though.
Do a bonus action if I can.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a Zephyr Flight.
Okay.
come this way.
Okay.
I don't know if I left this.
You stayed in it.
I tried to stay in it, but I'm 15 feet away. So if he gets to hit me or not.
Okay, yeah, no, you're still in his range. Dragon's paralyzed bird.
Bird's gonna breathe again.
Alright. 12.
Fail. 13 damage.
Lightning just rips out of his mouth again. And he's getting so mad. He wants to fucking slap that bird away, but he knows that's really stupid. Remy, you gotta reload.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my first one for a reload.
All right, so you start
Gonna
packing
move
in the
out.
powder and your rounds, and then you can take one shot.
26.
26 hits. So you pack it all in, and then fire one round off.
9.
9. Just right through his head. You just see it. You see it fly out the back of it. Nate.
Oh wait, I want to move it back behind the.
Okay.
So you've seen him kind
Jump
of
out.
start dissipating and shit.
Yeah, you're seeing like holes appear. They're filling back in with shadow, but you're seeing more physical manifestation of damage, at least for a moment.
Oh, but I mean, come with the spear, booming blade. Nat 20.
Nice.
Boy.
Don't get sneak attack on it though.
I don't know if you want to split that damage real quick.
Yeah, Thunder's separate.
8, so 16 regular, and then 12 thunder.
21 total. The Thunder's reduced to half. You run, stab him, you pull it back out, you see just pieces of shadow come out with it. And he looks right at
Bonus action disengage.
you.
Oh, but
Alright.
I'm to egg him on, so you'll. I mean,
So, his turn. The start of his turn, he'll. As all the shadows just ripple out. Hard gust of wind. Everybody give me con save.
sound like a biscuit. I don't think I got that yet. Probably a 5 or less.
24.
24.
23.
5.
Come at me, bro. Alright, so everybody passed except for you. You take 16 points of necrotic damage. Then.
I'm not looking good.
Let's see what this goes for. Okay, and then. Looking around, he'll take a swipe at you, 'cause you're closest. That is not a d20, that is a d6. Oh, 24?
24 hits.
It's
I don't know.
To the end of his turn.
To the end of his turn, so you're still paralyzed. Oh shit.
I think he crits on me because of that.
He would normally, but he doesn't, because when you're paralyzed, it says any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet.
Oh.
So it's not just a melee attack, it's you gotta be within 5 feet.
The rules of D&D.
Yeah.
They're on your side.
Yeah. Now, hopefully he doesn't put me down. Close.
I tried to get closer, so. All shadow.
Oh,
Yeah.
Everyone's about the same.
That was a really big hit. That'll be 37.
I'm down.
And then give me a con save.
I'm down. though.
Right, you still
Oh,
need to do
okay.
it because this might reduce your hit point
I
maximum.
thought you were talking about my.
Oh, this might.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you
Just failed it.
I think it's more of his body resisting. It doesn't say he automatically fails
21.
It's at the
cons.
same time. Whatever.
Mhm.
21.
21, you pass. So don't lose that hit point maximum. You drop to the ground, and then he will then.
I almost died.
Yeah.
Oh no. Where's Roos at with the revive spell? Okay.
He would have been great
He
here.
then looks at you. Give me a wisdom save.
I'm gonna luck.
Wow.
Two of goddamn numbers. Luck number 2.
We rolled 3 14s in a row. That's a 15. Son of a bitch.
Take 25 points necrotic damage.
Damn
You're now
it.
frightened and paralyzed. You're frozen in fear.
How many points?
25.
I'll take half of that for 13. And I'm frozen.
Yep. Paralyzed. And frightened. Draven. Nope. Is there?
My turn.
Yep. It's getting hairy.
Gonna
Time to get the fuck out of here.
Eldritch Blast.
Time to get out of here a long time ago.
2 Eldritch Blast firing up.
We got a 14 and a 20.
Both hit.
Nice.
His AC's low because he's
Yeah.
fucking gigantic, I guess.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
rolling.
these are 10.
Funny because I'm rolling so low on his dex save, so y'all think he's not dexterous, but he is quite dexterous. He's rolling so low.
17.
17 damage. Nice.
Force.
3 14s in a row. That last one, like, magnetically, like, rolled
Both
back to it.
hits slam against his body, and you're starting to see shadows just rip off of him. Draven death save.
That's the Remy.
Pass.
Bird's gone when you.
No, Bird's still up.
Still up, but his spell's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bird's turn. What's he doing? I guess you
I
have to command
can't
him.
command
Yeah.
him, so he's just, I guess, chilling.
Remy.
Put on some. Some good, bad, and ugly real quick.
Alright.
Come on now.
Cover box, here we come.
Fucking actually serves the shit out of that.
Ooh.
Natural 20.
Nice.
So 29.
Nice.
And 16.
Both hit. So you'll roll it like you hit him with 3 bullets,
Okay.
and then you'll add the extra damage from the bullets just twice though.
Yeah, so if
Okay.
you
So
want to just roll.
you have +6 on the damage for each shot, right?
Yeah.
So 3 dice plus 12.
Ugh. 22.
22.
Roll 3.
2 shots fly out right into his chest, and you're seeing those holes start to appear, and the shadows are not really filling them in right away like they used to.
This action.
Shoot another shot.
That's up, don't. That's your character, man. I'm just saying you can heal too.
What are you telling me what to do? And then
No,
telling me
I
not
just
to
want
listen
you
to
to. No, I've been trying to tell you you can heal as well. You
I
know,
would
if you
dump
want to.
damage. I would do.
Remy's so fucking badass.
Yeah.
You want to stand pat?
Yeah, I'm staying pat.
Yeah.
Stand pat.
To be honest, you have no.
Nate, you are paralyzed. So he is up. Beginning. Con saves. The shadows ripple out.
9.
21.
15.
14.
I'll take half.
So who does? I did a 15, so
What did you have?
21.
21. You pass.
I'm gonna do.
So you take 15 or 14, excuse me, and you take 14.
I'm gonna do my
Take
Tome
7
of
of my
Levitus.
resistance.
Tome of Levistus.
Okay, 2
But-
of this is.
I have
Yep.
80 temporary hit points now.
I guess Bird needs to make these saves too.
Oh.
This is an AoE, it's hitting everyone.
14 plus.
I was forgetting that earlier. I always forget he's there.
I mean, there's been at least 4 of them, right?
Yeah.
16?
Yes. Shadows hit him. He's toast. That's the beginning. He then turns and looks at you, Remy. And give me a wisdom saving throw.
Natural 20, 22.
So, do you take it? Well, nothing happens to you, sir.
Nice.
He points to you. You feel this sense of dread and horror come over you, but you're able to shake it off and muster the courage to continue fighting. You will then who looks more hurt between you two?
I'm covered in ice.
You're covered in ice, so he's gonna go swing at you.
I mean, I'm hurt, really hurt.
Are you within 15, or does he have to move?
He'd have to move.
Just move him the fewest amount of steps possible to get in your range.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got 15 foot, so. Oh, that's a 30 to hit?
30 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
That hits.
Yeah, sorry. I just like saying it when it gets that high.
Yeah.
I apologize. You're paralyzed still, right?
Well,
It's at the end of his turn.
okay. So he did his thing to him. It's still that same turn.
Yeah. So, shadow burst, point, and then swipe.
So I can't use a reaction.
Not while you're paralyzed.
You can't afterwards.
So I'm gonna die.
24?
And then resistance.
Yep,
down to
so 12. With your resistance, it's 12. That's nice. And
Yeah.
make a con save. As it grabs you and just begins to squeeze around
21.
you. That passes, so you don't lose hit point maximum.
Already did
Nice.
that today. Don't want to do that no more.
Is there...
Once per short rest, you tell yourself in ice, which melts away at the end of your turn.
And that's your turn.
Yep.
Draven does save.
I'm going to luck that.
Alright.
One fail.
Yeah.
Bird gone. Remy, it's your turn. So at this point, those that are conscious can start hearing this loud. Sounds like giant wings just flapping. You can hear the trees go. You see them kind of moving off in the distance above it.
What now?
And trees rustling.
The kraken in the air.
What the fuck? It's a sky kraken!
The worst time!
Please be a giant eagle!
Come to rescue us.
Yep.
Shoot the pepper box.
Pepper box.
So
This guy on his
16
ass.
and 27.
Both hit.
Ah,
Mm.
12.
No, that's 2 10s.
Oh, okay. Shit.
So 20 plus 12?
Yeah.
So 22?
He rolled 2 O's.
Or
It was like,
32, yeah.
I was like, fuck
These dice
that.
fucking
I
suck.
was like, fuck you, 2 zeros.
I can't tell the difference between a 7
Yeah, I
and
know
a
you
2.
maxed.
That's
if
fucking
you want
awesome.
to try this one instead, you can.
You line it up perfect. Right, both through his eyes. And then they kind of fill back in a little bit. They're great shots. You're definitely noticing missing pieces of his form, though.
I will stand pat.
Alright,
Move around.
Nate,
I'm gonna run around here. 5, 10,
are you gonna
15.
disengage bonus
20.
action?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna pour a greater healing potion into Draven.
Okay.
I'll go ahead
Good, 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 good.
and do that if you want to move on.
We only put greater healings in butts.
Do I have to disengage again to move back again?
Yeah.
Let's see these.
Oh shit, he's just sitting there and I'm just like
9,
post it up.
13.
This thing
I
rotates.
rolled so many natural 20 on my con saves and I couldn't get it
And
on
he's
my
doing
fucking
nothing.
attacks.
You're fucking him up, dude.
Yeah, you're doing the most damage.
by far.
Okay.
Literally,
I know
you
which
just-
ones are yours.
You
Yeah,
did
I'll just-
more than me on a 4th level
27,
spell.
Stay where I'm at.
23,
Like, my 4th level spell didn't do as much as
22,
your.
21. Yes. You've done way more damage than anyone.
Oh, yeah.
Like, way
At
more.
least
That's good, 'cause I'm about to run.
Got you here, fuckers. Now give me that
It was
book.
an 8. So, this guy's up, and he's going to take his paw and swing it right at you. 30.
Oh my god.
Potion. You take 31 points of necrotic damage as he slams on you while you're on the ground. He begins to squeeze. Give me that con save.
Oh no.
We don't have any more luck. 24.
24.
24.
That passes.
24, baby.
24 passes.
24.
Are you down? Huh?
I'm down.
So that would have
back
been
down.
you would have been dead if you didn't have
No,
that
that
save.
reduces his hit point max. I don't think we're gonna kill him though.
Well, we can't revive him.
And he goes, he does that big shadow burst again, so saves, con
People
saves
die like
for
that.
everybody. You have to do that at
And,
the start.
what's it called? And I rolled.
It's reducing his
Con save
maximum.
gets it.
Yeah, he has no hit. He has no maximum hit points.
Well, it would just lower his maximum. So if his maximum was 70, it got reduced by 31.
I
then
thought it would reduce it to a limit. Okay.
It reduces it
That
by
makes
the
it- okay.
damage you take.
We're doing con saves.
Mm-hmm.
16.
21. Gosh. Fail again.
Fail.
Yeah, the 8. Roll a 5 again.
21. You pass. What'd you get?
Fail. 16.
So you'll both take 13 points.
I'm down.
You drop.
7.
It's all up to
Nice,
Remy.
man.
You better start dropping those actions,
I
Surge.
failed that every time. Every time I failed that.
Azure death save.
I didn't roll anything above a 5. Fail another 5.
Raven death save.
Pass.
Remy. Or no, sorry. At the beginning of this turn, the rustling gets closer and closer. And you see something falling through the trees towards you as it slams into the mud as you see water splash. You can't quite make out what it is. You're up.
Can I get to Azure?
Yeah, 35 move.
Yeah, you can.
I'm gonna go move to Azure.
Give him a potion.
Yeah, I want to give him the superior potion of healing.
All right. Pop that open. You pour it in his mouth. It should tell you there's regular, greater, superior. So that should be the
Yes.
8d4.
Probably 84, but if you click on it, it'll
8d6 plus 6.
Not d6.
Yeah, 8d4 plus 8.
84 percent.
Cool. All right. So we'll let you roll those while he's getting healed up. Nate.
4. Is that gonna be your whole turn?
No, I was gonna take a shot. Is it 3 or 2?
You won't be able to because it's your full
Oh, okay,
action
yeah,
to
okay.
pour the potion.
Unless
in.
you surged.
9.
Okay. I'm gonna pour a potion into
All right. What
this
kind?
butthead again. Nice.
20, 28.
16.
You Grammy?
28.
And I will bonus action. Disengage.
Smart.
Like, come get me, fucker!
Come get me. He's like, all right. On his turn, he'll start with the shadow burst. Everybody, give me con saves.
Oh
Okay.
my.
Oh.
That good guy is in jail. 4 straight rolls under 5.
23.
6.
19.
16 to each three of you three.
16.
Mhm.
Down 8.
16?
Yeah, 16.
Exactly. Fucking number.
Really? Boom, you're good.
I looked, son.
No, I was making fun
Oh.
of him. Sorry. It was really funny.
That's the third time you've gone down in a row.
The dude's up. He heard you say come get him, so he will actively go after Remy with his point. So give me a wisdom save.
15.
That will fail.
You have luck, right?
So 19 points of necrotic damage. He points at you and you get locked up in fear. And then he will swipe at you.
You gonna move again?
Yeah, he'll move one step closer.
Oh, you move out of the circle? Son of a bitch.
Yep.
Is that what he needs to be at 15? Or
Yeah, just needs 3 squares in between you and him.
would that hit as well? Like,
No. You've
so
got
it
to
does
be the
need to
third
be
square.
there. Okay.
20.
Shield.
As that big shadowy claw comes towards you, you throw up your magical shield as it flies up in front. The hand slams against it and then kind of just reels back. Nice.
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 Yo,
Azure.
pop up.
Half movement.
Eldritch Blast him twice.
2 Eldritch Blast. Raven.
22 and 25.
Both hit.
Pass.
Two purple beams of energy fly forward, hitting him in the shoulder.
12.
12.
Bad roll. I'm gonna move. I can move 15. 5. 15.
Figure that landed in the mud behind rushes forward. It gets up to about where Remy is. So he's just next to Remy, just a square diagonal from him, behind him.
No, I got 2. Thank you.
And you see in his hand, so he pulls out this, he's got the staff in his hand, and this great orb of bright light, bright as the sun, appears. The thing reels back as a beam of it flies forward, going directly through it, and the monster dissipates.
Guess we found
As the light flashed, you see a man in a robe, long beard. You can see that staff comes up, and it looks like a bonsai tree at the top. As the light fades back. And we'll take a break there.
should we never mind.
I go ahead and feed him a regular potion.
Sure.
Refill that save.
Soften them up. That's like a level 9 sunbeam.
That'd be sick.
Alright. So. It's muted. Alright. We back. And. So you'll see that the light just fade away again. Back to darkness. Y'all can make out this gray shapes. You see him next to you standing. It's like breathing.
Yeah, crawl up off the ground.
Help you off your feet.
Get up off the ground. You're just covered in this thick black mud.
I would presume you are Martin.
Yes.
I'm here to find you.
Found us. Right at the right time.
Yes. I heard lots of noise in the wood, which is not something that normally happens here, at least not sounds of battle like that.
Sure.
So y'all came here to find me. That was foolish. These woods are not safe.
Well, it's not.
True, but in particular, these woods.
I'm sure you've heard the stories of the Verdant Star being unearthed. Sold.
Yes, I heard many years ago it had been unearthed. Was unaware it was sold.
Sold.
Whom was it sold to?
Sold to a man in Waterdeep, but the Blackmores are after to acquire it as we speak.
Why? Why would the Blackmores want it?
Seems they know its secrets.
Well, yes, I'd imagine so, but what end would they use it for? Or are you unaware of their goals?
We know that Margaret has a champion now.
Troubling.
And,
Do you know who her champion is?
There is a new tiefling in the Blackmore line.
So I heard of that years ago. Are you saying she's the champion for Margaret?
We believe so.
Spoke to Laurel.
You spoke to Laurel.
Laurel and, what was it?
Trevor.
Trevor. Laurel and Trevor.
You found their spirits.
Did.
So you know of the seal.
We were hoping to.
And you're troubled that this champion of Margaret is going to try to release her.
We don't know for sure, but we can only assume.
And you think Alistair wants to release her?
We don't know what Alistair wants, but he's okay with her getting the stone. Or
Well, it is a powerful stone. Can be used for many means.
Yeah,
She's
it's
holding-
definitely the wrong hands for it to fall into. Everything adds up to repeat of the fading.
or mass destruction.
If the champion releases her, yes, but if Alistair acquires it, I don't think the fading will occur again.
Not sure if Alistair will actually have his hands on.
Alistair's trying to get it, but
He sent the champion to retrieve.
he sent the champion. Does he know?
I don't know how much he knows.
Goddamn swamp.
I know. The only thing that we do know is he knows that the wand was talking.
So he's aware of communication, but
Not sure how deep the.
well, it seems you're unaware, but I can guarantee you, Alistair, would not want to release Margaret.
How's that?
Well, what do you know of him?
I'll summarize what I know of him.
Forthright and honest? That you're like his son and all
Yeah,
that?
I'll be honest.
Well, it seems there's a lot you don't know about your father. So, Alistair's been around for a very, very long time. In fact, he is the one who had myself, Laurel, and Trevor rein her in and seal her away. Tricked us into a pact. Our souls cannot rest. They must guard our gateway for eternity. Surprised you didn't gain this information from the spirits you spoke with.
They were not forthright with very much information. So, does that make him a demon?
Not a demon, but close enough to it. Seems you may be unaware of your family's history. Long ago, your family made a pact with devils. That's why your family is magical in every way. Every member of your bloodline has magic because of this pact. So, tieflings are produced through this bloodline occasionally. Now that blood is powerful blood. It can keep a man alive for a long time. So, with the proper dark rituals and powerful objects to perform these rituals.
Do you think he would be able to fully control the champion?
Well, he had trouble with Margaret. So much so that the better option was to seal her away and find other means to sustain his life. No doubt, with further pacts. Well, he is but a man, but he's been around for hundreds of years,
Does he feed
thousands.
on his champions?
Well, he's been here since. Demon Daddy. Well, the tiefling blood is used in rituals of sorts. Can keep him alive. I'm sure he intends to sacrifice her to continue this.
Oh.
What could a man like that do with the power of the Verdant Star, Harness?
Terrible, terrible things. Wipe cities off the earth.
Seems he's collecting weapons of war nowadays.
As men like that do. He must honor his pact with the devils. Cause destruction and chaos across the world in any way he can.
Could it be these devils that are communicating with the champion? And
perhaps she could be
not Margaret herself.
She could be led astray. They're cunning creatures. They could be tricking her. Or it could be Margaret. Maybe she intends to release Margaret.
You heard of a wand?
But if she's unaware of the nature of her father, then she might bring it right to him. The wand? What wand?
He's just always carried a specific. I don't.
You think this is some kind of conduit for Margaret?
We do.
I wouldn't say that. I
It
wouldn't
is
know.
family heirloom of sorts.
We've seen her talk to it before.
It's possible. Margaret was very, very powerful. Took all three of us to stop her.
How is it one such as yourself has lived this long?
Well, as you progress in the arts of nature, I am a druid. And eventually nature may grant you additional life. Your body ages slower. To me, every 10 years is but a year. And he does look older, but he looks to be about in his, maybe at the edge of 60.
Do you know
But,
if there's
He's over 300.
do you know if there's a way that we could possibly sever the pacts?
Oh, yes, there's one surefire way to sever the pact.
Without killing the vessel.
Well, I'm also
Oh,
talking
no,
about...
you wouldn't have to kill. You're referring to the pact with your family. Or the pact between Margaret and...
all the pacts. We could sever all the pacts and save you as well. I mean...
Well, to sever the pact between Margaret and the champion, you would need to destroy Margaret. Or the champion. To sever the pact of your family, you would need to slay the devils that granted the pact. And that would be a trip through the hills.
And I guess that would sever yours pact with the...
Well, to sever my pact, you'd need to kill Alistair.
Quite daunting tasks.
Indeed.
So we start with Mark.
I'm not one
feel
to-
like a fish out of water here.
I'm not one to tell you what to do, but
Not the one to know about packs.
your path is your own. I'm assuming you wish to stop these events from occurring,
We do.
since you sought me out and came to one of the most dangerous places in all of Ulm.
We're putting our lives on the line, literally, and
Yes. There's no figuratively about it. Quite literally, your lives are on the line.
sorry, I'm just quite a bit shaken by all this news.
So I'm sure it's a lot to take in. The very nature of your whole life is turned on its head. Your family keeps dark secrets. So, are you up to the task? Or go about living your lives?
Sure, if we have a choice.
Is there a life to live if we...
Who knows?
First.
Maybe Alistair will naturally fail. Maybe a champion of some god who doesn't want this to happen will step in and possibly succeed. Perhaps the gods don't care.
Perhaps the gods are dead.
Does Helm care?
Helm?
Got a cleric that's kind of playing back in Oro. Maybe he's a champion. Spend all this and go live our lives.
I'm not sure Helm would care. Don't know.
Seems that our lots have been cast in this story. That maybe we are the ones that are put here for this purpose.
Perhaps the god sent you.
I'm sorry, I may ask stupid questions at this point. I'm just rattled, but can you give us guidance? A point to start, possibly? I mean, we literally just got dropped into the fryer.
I understand. I wouldn't suggest marching into the Nine Hells and trying to take on any powerful devils.
How would we find out which devils it is that hold this pact?
Perhaps somewhere in the Blackmore estate you could find information. Probably guarded deep away, sealed behind some kind of magical protection. Or maybe
Or
it's
you
not.
might need a pendant for.
Perhaps. But
I'm not banging.
I'm not one to know. I'm not one to know.
Would you suggest?
Perhaps it's not written or kept anywhere. Maybe it's just in the mind of your father.
That sounds dangerous to go poking around in there.
It does. It does indeed. But what?
Would you suggest is continue fighting this war and letting the houses fight out? Should we do one before the other? Or is it really just one and all? once he gets his Verdant Star, he's gonna
The House's squabble is
very
Men
trivial
war.
compared to
War. It never changes. People will fight. All out.
You fucker.
People will fight and they will continue to fight forever. But if the fading were to occur again and not be stifled, that would be a much more significant impact. If Alistair were to get his hand on the Verdant Star and cause some kind of unheard of destruction, that would leave a much bigger mark on the world. In a war between houses.
Were you the one who sealed away the Verdant Star originally in the temple?
I helped, but I wasn't the one to seal it.
How does one acquire a seal like that?
Very powerful magic. I'm afraid you're not capable of something like that.
assume that after talking to you that their goal is not to release.
Well, it may be the champion's goal.
I don't think
Margaret and
Lilith. I don't think Lilith knows about our father like that.
Unless Margaret has told her.
Could be.
Could be.
We either have the fading or we have Alistair.
Or you
Either
have,
one would sound
or
good.
you have both.
both.
Sounds like we've got one common denominator here.
We need to stop the champion.
Need to get the Verdant Star
Keep it out of Alistair's hands at any cost.
and hopefully sway Lilith in the process.
Verdant Star in our hands slows Alistair down at least a little bit, and Fading will be gone.
Once we acquire the Verdant Star, we are an emissary of Blackmore. An enemy of Blackmore.
Yes. If you took that, you would make enemies out of your family, for sure.
And possibly demons,
Well, we
sounds
have-
like.
And I just got my name.
Devils.
We have many allies with it.
But that is all in the future ahead of you. I need your help with something now.
Anything we can do to help?
Absolutely. That's why I saved you.
As long as we don't have to fight another shadow monster like that one.
Maybe not like that one, but I need you to help me. This forest it's been tainted. It's since the fading, it's been a problem. It's one last remaining scar. The veil between this and the Shadowfell is thin. Things bleed over. I've been trying to stop it, but sometime I've just been one man trying to stop a greater problem. I am powerful, but I have an apprentice of sorts, one who's I've taken on into my grove. He's in the forest. We need to. Sorry. Oh, I got tired, not him. There's an ancient druid grove here in the forest. It's been tainted. It's the source of the tear. We need to purify it. So, if you come with me, you can help. My apprentice will perform a ritual while you guard him. I must go to another location to fight beings, perhaps like this one. But you need to protect my apprentice so he can complete his ritual.
You have a place we can rest. Be battle ready again.
We can rest at the grove before the ritual begins. We won't come across any problems until that starts. The shadows will start to defend themselves once they begin to be purified. So,
Anything that we should know about the shadows? You might know weaknesses, strengths that they are strong against.
don't hit them with anything necrotic or poison or thunder or non-magical.
Appreciate that. That's a
Yeah.
lot of good information.
Yes. Been fighting them for some time, but no fire. No fire.
That light seemed to do a good trick.
It's a very powerful spell. But follow me to the grove. It's quite a ways, but we should be safe for now. He begins marching off through the wood. Do y'all follow him?
Yeah.
Oh, the bird as well.
Bird's gone. Oh, Big Bird?
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. It's like, the big bird, it's just a huge yellow big bird.
He walks, he doesn't even fly.
Fly.
So you'll spend about the next hour marching through these marshes.
Pretty fucked up.
Eventually you'll get brought to this grove, and in it you see these old, almost looking like petrified wood structures, kind of like spaced out in this big circle, or big half circle, and at the where they kind of meet up, there's this huge tree, very old. It's very tall, long branches arcing out around it, but the tree is just black and dripping off shadow. It's almost like pulsing. And there, at the base of it, just kind of sitting down on a stump, you see a turtle. He's got a staff. It's a big turtle person. Looks up. Oh. Hey.
You must be the apprentice.
Yes, I am Uru Karaka. Whom may you be?
Raven Blackmore.
Sorry.
Call me Nathaniel.
Slowly turns his head to you.
Azure. Name's Remy.
Well met, Remy, Azure, Nathaniel, and Draven Blackmore. I am Uru Karaka. So, y'all are here to help.
Yeah, we're pretty beaten down currently, but
Oh, rest. You have time.
yeah, once we
We able to take a long rest or a short?
Yeah, you have time.
Okay.
No harm will befall you until we begin the ritual.
how long is this ritual?
Oh, it will take some time.
Can I get some?
You can use 2 hours to read.
Okay.
And then, because you have to sleep for 6, and then light activity for 2. It's very dark.
Do I
I'll cast that.
Okay.
regain hit points maximum that I lost?
Yes,
all?
after your long rest.
Yeesh.
There's the gray hair and then the hip.
So y'all kind of
Adventure and shit's killing me.
curl up, kind of place your packs down to use as a pillow and just kind of rest up against these logs. Take a long rest.
Feel a little bit more lucky when I wake up.
Yeah.
Martin says, "All right, I'm going to head out to where I need to be. Do your jobs, and all will be well.
Oh.
Hopefully this will buy this forest some time to heal. But we believe this to be the main source. But it's a big forest. So perhaps there's other locations, but that will remain to be seen." He walks off before you'll
Did we
start
see
your
what he
rest.
was flying on?
No, you heard
Oh, he
noises
he
and
was
then
the
you saw him.
shape.
Yeah. Yeah, so he was the bird.
He can prolong his life like that.
He can be
He's
some
level
of shit.
20.
Oh yeah, he's probably fucking a dragon flying around.
He's really strong.
Yeah.
Let's get him after Alistair.
That's why I said level 9 sunbeam.
I'll listen to 1,000.
Yeah, some good lore dump.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that was pretty big.
So, kind of like a pedophile when you count how old his mom is.
Yeah.
Compared to
She's
him.
over 18.
It's like thinking back to like walking in the family halls, like seeing all the paintings of past heads of house. I'm starting to think they all look kind of similar.
He just changes his
Like a
haircut.
mustache and a beard.
Wears
Or different
glasses.
clothes, yeah, but like, now that you're really thinking about it, you're like, oh, motherfucker. Yeah.
We need to cut her off at the pass somewhere.
Oh, there's a wackadoo.
So y'all are able to take your long rest. Y'all can do that on your apps there. Are we doing on time? You need to go to bed soon?
Go ahead.
I say that because this encounter will be pretty long.
Start up here on the next.
See y'all. I'm down to
Alright.
fight.
Yeah, it's just time constraints.
Right.
This will take a while.
Over an hour.
Probably, yeah.
Probably.
So
Hopefully we level before.
go ahead. Yeah, you'll get long rest here, so you'll get experience. So we're gonna end here. We're gonna pick up. Do you work next Friday?
Nope.
So we're good next Friday.
I work Saturday.
So we can play and just cut off
Yeah.
early again.
Yeah, normal time.
Yeah.
12. Whatever.
11. Yeah, probably closer to 11. It's depending on. I just need to know what time you really need to end.
I just by 12.
By 12 at the
Yeah,
latest.
I
Okay.
mean,
All right.
12. I would think of 12 as late.
Okay. 12's late.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's 10:30 right now.
Well, yeah, that's just saying. This fight's going to take over an hour.
Oh, over an hour. I thought
yeah.
you said
It's going to take over an hour.
Okay.
So,
We got hour and 30 minutes.
I think we should
Okay.
just go ahead and err on the side of caution here. Because it could take more
What's your
than an
deal,
hour.
Roddy? I don't want to.
He really wants to fight. I get it.
Because
Because
in the middle of it.
I'm like amped up. There was a lot
No,
of really cool
I
shit.
get
It's
it.
a good place to end.
it's a good
too.
natural spot to stop.
Absolutely.
I'm
So,
hoping we'll at least level.
We'll pick up next
before the
week.
next fight.
7:30. That's the time we're starting now. It's better to start at that time anyway, I think. I like it. But we will start this ritual at the beginning of next week, so make sure to make it right at the beginning to see all the awesome cool shit, because I think it's a pretty cool encounter.
Right at it.
And y'all rest, so your experience will
Please be enough.
And it will make sense though. I don't think you're getting that.
It'd be badass to start a fight with a new level.
That would be awesome. I don't gain much. High level.
I get 5th level.
I mean, getting spells.
through all of that. So you each gain 3,500.
That's a level.
Yeah, we got it.
Woo!
I thought he was gonna say. I didn't think we'd get 3,000.
Woo! Hell yeah!
Level 9.
That's what-
Roll up
ask
them
you
hit
something.
points.
Yeah.
There's a spell called Wall of Light.
Okay.
Can I make it like Wall of Lightning? Do you just look at it and see?
I'll look at the spell.
Yeah, it's not. I mean tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, that's fine.
it's just even. It's almost like a wall of storms, kind of.
Yeah, I'll look at it
Just,
after.
yeah, that's
we
what I
end
just
here.
didn't know.
But yeah, we'll be
tomorrow.
back next week, 7:30,
With a new level.
with a new level 9.
Yep.
Fucking Remy's laying down the damage. Great addition. I love the character.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Picked a magical ambush.
He's fucking awesome.
I don't really have anything
So,
that people whose savings are.
golly, big information there.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's huge.
Seeking out
Yeah.
Martin was big.
I'm gonna go cleric.
He's like the one guy that you'll know that was around back then, so he actually knows shit.
Dude, he gave us so much information.
I
Like,
know.
We gotta find a champion.
Yeah, that's the.
Yeah.
See, thank you, Remy.
I think that's gonna because
we got a Swader. I think
going
we
through
can
hell
sway
isn't the way to go.
Yeah, no.
Especially
not
Remy.
yet, not
Remy's
yet.
like, what?
Yeah, we
What
don't
the
go
hell?
to hell. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm going.
I'm going this way. Yeah.
I'm going straight.
We gotta
That'll be
see-
something to do much later.
Level 15.
Dude,
Yeah,
if we
maybe
could
like
s-
15 or something.
If we could
Wait,
sway her,
probably
get the Burning
should
Star,
head toward
and then
Blackmore,
hide
right?
the
Good level
Burning
to go.
Star in like one of those alternate
Say that again,
dimension
Probably should head
pockets.
towards Blackmore, right?
So you'll know right now that
After
Lily
this,
is
when
like
we get
up
out of
in-
this,
Yeah.
Well, that's why I want to go back to y'all's hometown. Go up to Blackmore.
Driscoll, then Blackmore.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was big. All right, we're gonna end it here. We will catch y'all next week. Thanks for hanging out, guys.
Thanks, guys. Peace.
Walter.
Level 9.
Don't forget to check out our YouTube.
Oh yeah. YouTube has past videos up. Iron Lich Gaming on YouTube.
Change our.
I haven't put up last week's episode yet because it was a fucking mess. So, but I think hopefully this 2G band will solve all the problems. I think it will. No, it was Wall of Light. Garza. All right, y'all.
Oh, Garza was
We'll
in
catch
there?
y'all later. Yeah.
What's up, Garza?